Today, I want to talk about how much land you need for your homestead. Let's go!
Welcome to Becky's Homestead.
I want to talk about how much land you need for your homestead. I do feel like I've started a little homestead revolution and more people are buying homesteads. I get so many letters and emails from people who are starting their homestead and they say it's all thanks to watching me and I've inspired them, and that just warms my heart. I can't even tell you. So in the hopes of more people homesteading, I just want to talk a little bit about how much land you should consider. And I'm going to give you the reason why. If you start homesteading and you absolutely love it, you don't want to go too small at first and then have to make a second hop like I'm doing right now. I started out with a darling little homestead, Becky's Homestead, built my cabin and everything. And I just am so in love with homesteading and in touch with nature and just growing as much of my own food as I can, that when I get crowded around by, people and neighbors, it just really started making me kind of sad and unhappy. So I'm like, I really need to move to a bigger piece of property and have a little bit more space between me and the neighbors and a little quieter, a little more nature around me that I can just come out and enjoy, because that is what I really enjoy. So I just wanted to make this video to let people know, maybe not make the same mistake I made and getting a homestead that's a little too small and then loving it so much and having to make a hop to a bigger piece of property. Obviously, that is so much work and such a big deal, and I'm in the beginning stages of that right now. So you can trust me when I tell you it is like so much work to move to a bigger one. So you might as well start out, I would say, with a minimum of 5 acres. And make sure that the piece of property is a square, and then maybe put the house in the middle. Obviously you're going to find the best location on the property, but try to be in the middle just so everybody's, farther out away from your house and stuff. And then you can have your animals in your zone 2 and zone 3 around your property. Just so, it just makes it so much easier, because once you get a homestead going and you're just humming along, enjoying your life so much and just loving your homestead, it is a little sad when people start crowding in around you and you just kind of feel your joy getting smaller and smaller, and you're just like, darn it. And you try to live with it for a while like I did, and then it just comes to the point you're just like, no, it's not working. I just have to get to a bigger homestead. And then, like I said, that's a big deal to have to do all that. So to avoid the mistake I made, just go ahead and look for something 5 acres and above if you can. I just think you will not be sorry if you take my advice and do that. And this piece of property is a little more than 6 acres, so it's plenty big, no worries, everybody's far away, and I feel like I'm just gonna be happy here forever. And if things do build up, I can just overplant the boundaries, and then, I still have enough room in here on my property to where I'll be happy. I do want to make the point of don't go overboard and just be like, oh, Becky had that happen to her, I'm going to go get 25 acres. And it's like, you don't really need that much land for a homestead. You still want to keep it small and manageable. You just don't want to have it too small. And the only reason to move when it's too small isn't that the homestead is defective and it's not efficient and running well, because it is. The problem with having it a little too small are other people around you are just crowding in, and it's too noisy and basically it's annoying. Like you're not enjoying nature as much because there's just, oh, people are noisy. And so that is the problem. So really, you're just getting the extra space as basically a buffer. So I still suggest, having a little bit bigger property and then a smaller house. And that's the recipe for success. I wrote a little book called Becky's Guide to Buying Land. In that book, I talk about a lot of stuff that you need to know before you buy property. Things that are going to help you, that you will know beforehand instead of making a deal and just being like, oh, I didn't know that. So if you want to buy that little book, the link will be in the description below. You can click on that because it's always good to educate yourself beforehand. That also gives you more confidence in yourself and your ability to make the deal. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.